going on, Jeromes? Beautiful Thursday, beautiful day for some Q&A. Thank you, everyone who submitted questions. Periodically, we'll put out on the community tab a call out for questions. Thank you, everyone who submitted. First up, Viking. Wouldn't you feel a lot more comfortable selecting a safety in the first round like Emanwari or Malachi Starks? Malachi Starks with Harrison Smith in-house this year compared to in future years where he really won't have that Hall of Fame leadership. I mean, sure, it is a bonus. But it's not the determining factor. Like, if it comes down to Emanwari or another position or Starks or another position, like this wouldn't be the tiebreaker. It really would be more icing on the cake. And it would be great to have Emanwari and or Starks, even though two very different types of safeties. I think Emanwari would fill in, Emanwari would fill in Harrison's role a little bit more than Starks would. I mean, Starks is more Brian Branch, kind of like Mattel. It's not even close. But, they would obviously benefit. Harrison's leadership and just the way he goes about things has greatly influenced some of the young defensive backs, and they've talked about that. And, I wouldn't mind it, but it isn't the be-all, end-all at this point. Next. Viking Jeff. My name's Jeff. Any prospect in this draft you would trade all 4 picks for? So the Mike Ditka, Ricky Williams, but this is pretty easy since the Vikings only have a first, third, a fifth, and a sixth. I would trade all of them for Travis Hunter. I would trade all of them for Mason Graham. I would trade all of them for Ashton Jeanty, because why the hell not at this point? There's probably more, because a 1-3-5-6 in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot. Like, I'd probably trade that for Will Johnson, but probably not going to happen. Although, maybe that's what Kwesi does just to stare down the Vikings ownership. It's like, hey, I'm going to do this completely outside the box thing. Do you still want me? Damn right you do. Next, King Crosshair. Should Vikings trade for Jalen Ramsey to pair up with Murph and Blackman? This would be fun a couple years ago, but nah, I don't see it. I feel like even though Ramsey is still a damn good corner, the salary as well as giving up a trade compensation, I just don't really see it. If the Vikings were going to make a major move at corner, like the Sauce Gardner one makes a ton of sense. J.C. Horn before he got extended, Surtain before he got extended, but it just wasn't in the cards. So the Vikings, I guess, will have to find their own corner in the draft or develop one. Hey, Mekhi Blackman, Nudie, go from there. Yeah. Next, Bill Cipher reacts. Do you think the NFC North will break the record for wins in a season again? 45-plus wins? No. I think last year was such an anomaly, and let's be honest, the schedule rotation played a major part of it since the Lions, Vikings, and Packers both went 12-0 combined against the AFC South. Like, that matters, right? And the division is going to be very good again, but I think the Vikings will come out on top. I think the Lions will take a step back after that brain drain. The Packers massively overrated, and the Bears will still be 5-12. The Bears will win the offseason 2 years in a row, and they'll still be 5-12. What's going to happen? What's up? Ben Johnson, my ass. Next. Boomaya Yang. 98 offense or 09 offense is better. Which offense would you choose to roll with in the playoffs? I would pick the 98 Vikings. So I was going to bring up like the stats and like the matchup stuff, but just shooting from the hip, I would take the 98 Vikings offense because 09 was great. Bert Favre, making Sidney Rice a Pro Bowler. Vasanth, because he changed the pronunciation of his name, didn't he? Doesn't matter. But Vasanth Shanko, he of the Fox camera, which as well as Adrian Peterson, Percy Harvin as a rookie. I mean, that offense was really damn legit. Bryant McKinney, Phil Lodeholt, let's go. But that 98 offense was historic and record breaking. Like, the 09 offense was very, very good. 98 was cutting edge at the time until 1999 when you had the greatest show on turf. But 98 Vikings, Moss, Carter, Reed, 3 deep. Yeah, Andrew Glover, a tight end. Matthew Hatchett was the wide receiver 4. Robert Smith in there doing things. And, Randall Cunningham, resurgent again. I mean, that team was special. That team was really, really special. So I would roll with the 98 offense, although it's actually not even that close. Again, the 09 offense, very, very good, but 98 was just on a different plane, a different level up here, man. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Q&A for this beautiful day. You guys are the best. Thank you for submitting questions. Skull, production value.